these two fans. It's not so noisy. We are live. There's going to be some noise coming from outside. You can hear the neighbor's AC unit running because I've got the window open here. Let me, okay, I'm starting on my phone, which is charging. I'm starting a 20-minute timer. That way I can go ahead and pull up comment monitor. That way I can remember to check the Note 8 and make sure its battery doesn't die and switch which phone has the charger. Go to my channel, let me pull this up. Mute. Perfect. So now I have a comment monitor on the chair. We are going to be weather stripping the door for soundproofing. This is a new solid core door. I will have a video about this coming out at some point. I've got enough footage probably for two 20-minute videos, so doing this as a stream. Let's see. So I have a few different kinds of weather stripping here. So I have this extra large, and I have this small, and this is tough. I don't want to cut any of this up because if it doesn't work, then I can't really return it, obviously, but I do remember there is KSL listed on there for a bit cheaper. See if anybody buys it up. It's kind of a bit sad. This very nice colored door has a few chips on the side there. That hole right there is going to have to be filled with something. Got excited. I saw the number 1, meaning someone's watching, and then I realized it was me, and wow, that's a lens flare. Anyways, so I watched one video on weather stripping, and the last time I tried to do it, I was actually wrong about how to do it. I was thinking that you would put it like this, but you don't. You actually put it like this because it needs to be on 2 surfaces that meet. And so then also, some of this will be put onto this surface right here, which hopefully this stuff is thin enough that it will actually fit there. Do we have... There's a tiny bit of light. You guys probably can't see the light from inside there. I'd have to get a flashlight and... Hold on. Do we actually have... I know my flashlight's not up here. I could go dig for it, but... Oh, yeah, we do have a flashlight thing just like mine. So let's see. Ooh, I see that. So, basically there's no way getting around using some of this. The tough part, though, is going to be at the top of the door. Right now, I actually have a door sweep up there, the one that goes on the bottom, but I'll have to open up the other one, longer one, because it is a really big space up there. And like, that seems like from that one, we can actually test that really quickly, see how good it's doing. Again with our light, so you guys can hear me. So let's turn on. like it's staying there forever. This is really slow, given the down some more. You can actually see at these parts, even up. Huh. Okay. Now what? I'm gonna turn the fan on again for at least since we're out of the blow zone of the fan. I'm gonna turn that on again. So wow, why is it just making all of these bright lens flares? Is it dusty? That's actually a little better. That did something. So I could still see a little bit of light up there. Having that up there does obviously help, though. It makes the gap a lot less. It's like going vertically, it's like a 7/8 of a gap. Ideally, we want something that can go on here and then smush with the door and fill the gap. But, I mean, if you look up there, there's quite a bit of space vertically. You would have to bring the door up, which we do still have pieces from the top of the door. And so it would maybe be possible to cut off another section and glue it onto the top of the door. And I would imagine that would hold pretty good. So that is an option, but I'm going to try tackling the rest of this. And I'm going to just hope that I don't use this in a way that's like terrible and hope I'm doing it right, because I spent a little bit of money when things are tight. But I'm trying to get this set up so that I can work up here. Where is a cleaning cloth? Also, I wonder, is this just really boring content nobody wants to watch? Or are none of my fans available? I'm not complaining or anything. I know a lot of people are busy and I don't have a lot of consistent viewing fans. But, and also summer's coming. Some of you guys are probably going on vacation. I know I've got some teens in my audience. It's cool. Hey, thank you guys. But, yeah, I just kind of wonder. So I'm actually run down and grab the cleaner. Okay, nobody watching, that's totally fine. Start with this side. Sweet. Should be nice and clean. So then we need to measure. Is that going to be? This is going to. That is not enough. So. Okay. About that. And then. Okay. So. Alright. So with the way I have this held currently, it comes down to the bottom a bit, which I'm thinking something else is going to have to be stuffed there, because there's nothing for me to... So I'm just going to make this come directly to the bottom of this thing. Now that I have that, I can hold this point right here. Okay, so question is, how much does that give me on? Not really a lot. Ooh, and the inside of this is more smushed, but I guess it's going to be smushed in anyways. It's just kind of sad that that happens, but so I'm actually realizing what I want to do. I want to have it be all the way to the floor, because we're not losing much, and this is going to be, yeah, this is going to be split down the middle like this. I was just thinking, ooh, I could split it and then cut it, but the amount of loss from having one piece that's a little bit longer and can be folded over is going to be less than the potential if I split it. And then, yeah, if I split it and then cut it, or yeah, split it and then cut. I'm lost 1 second. Let me just check. Okay, actually not too bad on the comments. How's your timer doing? I don't even need to check the timer. I can actually just check. Okay, comment or the streamer seems pretty good. So I'm gonna do that instead. So let's put you all the way down to the floor. About this, give or take. And then I'm gonna have to go grab a pair of scissors. Couldn't find a pair of scissors, but I do have this razor here. I'm just going to remeasure that to make sure. right here. Yeah, just a smidge extra, I think it's fine. And then on this cutting action, already cut into it a bit. We're past the point of no return. Okay, that's been cut. It's not pretty. Scissors would have been nicer. I should have hunted more for scissors, but whatever. Now, this should be satisfying. Sweet. All right. Now I will take one of these pieces and apply it up there. Well, actually, you know what? I need to try and stick this back. It's not perfect stick, but I just want temporary cause. Actual question. So, there is this little bit of a lip off to one side, and I'm wondering, do I have... Okay, I want the lip to the outside. So that... Do I? You know what? I'm going to pull up that video that I was watching, so comments are going away for a second. It is by Home Performance, How to Weather Strip Doors DIY Home Improvement. Skip forward so they're cleaning. Okay, this video won't tell me because they're using a different one. It's like a thicker, it's like a foam type one. Ooh, I love this old house. I love this old house. Don't want to get any content matches for this, but shout out to them. I'm just going to actually put on my earbuds. Oh, they're using a mechanical one on the bottom. I don't have the money for that. Wow. This, I forget the name of this guy. But he, just held the whole door. This is an outside door, so probably solid. Again, they're using a different type. There's our timer. How you guys doing? 74 is still good. I'm gonna look up the, I put an MD video, because that's the brand we have. They're also using the flat one. Well, okay, let's pull back our comment monitor. Turn off my headset. Turn things back on. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with my intuition on this, and I'm gonna say that this little lip should be facing out, away from. Well, actually, I can. This is something I can check. Let's see how we feel about. Okay, so that's how that looks to me. And if it's just ever so slightly, it's gonna come this way with the lip. I almost like it better. I almost like it better with the lip towards me. I hit my daily steps goal. Pretty easy to do when you go to work at a pizza place. And then you're doing this. Especially when I walk to work, I'll close my rings and then some. So, I can see a bit of a gap when it's this way. I'm going to double check when I have it this way, I don't see that gap. Although I'm wondering if this is maybe a little bit thin for this application, because I didn't know where you put it, okay? I thought I had seen enough videos and done enough research, but I'm now learning some new things. I wish I had an expert here. I wish I had somebody who knew exactly what they were doing. I wish I had enough money to say, here, weather strip this door for me, please, because I'm trying to figure it out, and it's confusing, and I think I got the right stuff, but did I? Because, like, I try and fit it in for a test fit, but then part of the bottom isn't exactly how it needs to be. Yeah. No, stop sticking to the door. It blocks more light this way, so that's what I'm going to go for. And that's actually looking pretty good on the door itself. What I have up there so far. I am liking the look of that. And I didn't even think about this, but it's the first video I was watching says that you actually want it to be a nice tight. There should be a little bit of tension on the door, pressure to close it. So I'm liking how this is sticking too, compared to the old Duck brand stuff. Maybe I shouldn't have peeled off the rest of the wax paper or whatever it is. Yeah, what is this? I think it might be a thicker wax paper. Because I've tried using like the actual parchment type waxy paper to hold some band-aids back on after using them as a wind muff for recording on my phone. And it didn't peel off very well after a little while of being stuck on there, so... Dang it. I forgot to get a before weather stripping versus after sound test. Well, too late now. It's okay though. We'll be fine. Just needs to be sealed. And I'm sure you guys won't mind if there wasn't really a before and after. I'll be able to tell doing sound testing. So wow, we actually got a little more down to the bottom than I was expecting, but that's like, what is that? We have like, bring you guys a little closer. That's like maybe an inch or so extra. For now, I'm just going to tuck that underneath the bottom, which I didn't quite clean down there, but that's going to be folded under like that. And we should get a nice compression of everything once I close the door. So let's see what kind of a feel we get. So we can actually still close the door. I hope this didn't need like medium. Let's raise you guys back up again to height and show you what I'm... Yeah, it looks pretty good in through here. It's just once we get to the top, there's that one edge there where I see a little bit of light. And it's not just light where we don't have the top gap filled. I'm seeing what looks like a little bit of, oh wow, with the phone right up there, I can really see that good. So that's gonna need like an extra piece or something somehow. I might even be able to put some of the thicker stuff just up there in place of this. But it's not, also you can see, at least to my eyes, there are some spots where, like right in here, where the compression doesn't look quite as even. I am now looking on this side here, seeing how well it seems like I got to this side versus didn't. And it looks all pretty even to me. Sure, it's not perfect, but I'm feeling decent about that section there. I want to just see if... I grabbed some scissors because I actually want scissors for this. What I've decided to do with this, actually, I'm just going to take you guys right off of the tripod, bring you all the way down to here, and here we go. So this piece that I have wrapped around under here, what I'm actually going to do, because I'm going to need something thicker under there, because I think that's a point where the door sweep doesn't stick out this far, and it won't fill that spot, so it's going to have to be filled with something else. I don't know what, but I'm just going to take this and cut it off. That's good. And I'm cutting this off. I would have left it there for what help that this little puny piece would do. But what I want to do now is stick this piece in here. Whoops, in view of the camera. I want to just stick this piece up here and see how I feel about the door closing with that there. And if I feel putting this on this side will work or not. I mean, it definitely squishes and fills the gap. And since the door was already a little tight anyways, I'm not feeling like having a strip on this side is going to be a problem. Although the other thing that we need to check out for, which I'm going to put you guys back on the tripod for, is, so, bit of a spoiler from installing the door video, but the door hinge is not quite on there, like, perfect. Get you as much of this angle as possible. So I think if I, yeah, and then I can just extend the one other leg of the tripod a bit. There. So, watch the hinge as I close the door. I think it's more visible to my eyes. Let's see. For some reason the hinge is a little more, maybe I'm not looking at the screen close enough, but yeah, so that was, so I think it's going to have to be, because the hinges are pulling this way, and I'm pretty sure we don't want that because it's going to cause more strain later on. The top one seems to be fine. It's just these bottom ones here that have some added material to them. And I'm realizing too, let's go ahead and set you guys just vertical again. I'm realizing too that I can't put weather stripping on this side of the door just yet, because I mean there's these gaps right here to fill where the old hinges were, but also because these are probably going to have to be messed with and moved around. So I will not put that strip up just yet. Well, actually, where is... First, I'm going to take a piece of this stuff and as best I can stick it to that so that it will not stick to more things. This isn't long enough, is it? Nope. No. Where's the other? This is the old stuff that I'm looking at right now. Which, oh, we're taking a bit of the plastic bag with us. It's pretty sticky, actually. Oh, I might be peeling. I'm taking part of the sticky with me, actually, with the bag. This was probably for the... That one piece was measured for the top. I can temporarily stick this one up there. Needs to go a little taller. So just squish it up in there. It's a little bit sticky on both sides because the way I rolled it up. And then we can take this other old section. We're not going to reach the bottom. You can just line those two up. Bring it all down as far as I can. And I'm going to close the door to try... Oh, peeled up on the bottom quite a bit. Let's put that there. Stick that there. We'll try and close the door. Yeah, a little bit sticky to the door. Okay. That is, give that a moment to try and squish it to the wall. Probably won't though. Probably just stick it to the door. Trying to see if I can see how far. Well. Okay. Yeah, this middle section right here, but it does snap back, so this will be a good enough temporary test. I am going to then let's take, well, first I'm going to take my my new stuff. I can just carefully place it right there for now. How's the battery like on my Note 8? 61%. I'm sure my phone's fine, so I'll go ahead and pull you guys around to this other side. And then, yeah, my personal phone is at like 60. That's good enough. Oh, we've reached equilibrium. That's weird. Go ahead and plug you in. Okay. So I'm going to take this piece of weather stripping here. I will open it up. And we will fit it to the top of the door. And the piece that goes on the bottom, I will fit to the bottom of the door. And we can give it a little test. I really, really, really wish I could just pay a professional and say I need the absolute best stuff to weather strip this door for soundproofing. Figure out what works and how to do it, and a professional would know if like gluing an extra piece of door back on top would be good or not. Okay. I need to probably try and put myself in the middle where I can reach both sides of the door. back so I can open the door up a bit more. I'm going to get this side on, and I'll slide her up. Now, I'm going to position this to the left side, because there's obviously going to be still some gap. But the gap is now mostly on the right side. And I don't have any more of the old duck heavy duty weather strip. And you can't just stuff anything in there, because like this hand towel here. Yeah, not that hand towel. I'll grab this other one that's dry, doesn't have cleaning fluid on it still. So like this right here, you can see I have this here, and you can see I'm talking. And if I put it right up against my mouth, it is kind of muffled, but it's not like quite enough, and you can still hear pretty the same. Or like, let's say I'm talking through my hand like this to represent the hole, okay, and then I have this right here, and I put it in there, and because the air pressure is building up, it's not quite as loud, because there's only so much you can talk before you can't expel. So I'm sure that was harder to hear me, but this really doesn't do a whole lot, especially sounds from a distance. So, let's install the bottom piece now, and then we can better assess where we have gaps. All right. I'm going to put this on the way that I'll probably want it, which I'll probably want the screws towards the inside. Okay, is that the way it's supposed to go? Let's take you off of the tripod. We'll unplug you and take you down for an examination. Right there on the floor. Let's see, can I scoot you guys all the way to that edge? Is there? Might have to flip upside down, because this one in the way. I should do a light test. Putting this light on the outside of the door. So there is our light source right there. Close the door. It's so weird to think that this door is gonna. Oh, that's quite a bit of light. It's so weird to think that this door is gonna have to have more force behind it to close it than my bedroom door will. But I mean, you still can swing it closed. I like how it's quiet too for the swing. So obviously we have a little bit of gap in a few places. Ooh, there's quite a bit of gap up there, but also that's where the top weather stripping stops. I'll have to see if there's like weather stripping on KSL, if anyone has a piece of this for cheaper. And on this side here, it could come down this way a smidge, but other than that, it's not too bad. And then obviously there's some gap down there, but you know, I think it's good enough that we can just perform a little sound test and see how much I feel we've reduced it. So for that, I'm going to shut off our fan. power up our speaker. Grab my phone. Stop that. I need to go to my Photos app. Need to find the right video. Go set the speaker up over here. My stepdad was working out there and talking with people on the video chat for his job and phone. Dad was working out there and talking to people on video chat for his job. Okay, now let's see where I think the sound's coming from. I realized too I should close the window. This is disappointing. Well, I'm sure, well, it does sound, I gotta open the window back up again. It's hot in here. And I gotta turn my fan back on again. It's hot in here. So while it does sound a few decibels quieter than when it was a hollow core door, there is also a, there's like a 1 or 2 decibel, I'm guessing here, this is just my ears. There's like a 1 or 2 decibel difference putting my ear up against the crack of the door versus having my ear not up against the crack. And that's really sad because, oops, I'm still on Bluetooth. Let me go turn that off. Put my speaker in here. So, yeah, that's sad because it's kind of the way it was last time, a 1 or 2 decibel difference between the door surface and the side there, and this is nowhere near as soundproofed as I was expecting it to be. It's still a lot better, and just with the way the sound's coming from how I'm hearing it with my ears and perceiving things and putting my ears right up against the door, I don't think it's so much those little tiny gaps that we still have left to fill. You know, maybe if I put more of that weather stripping stuff on this side here, I mean, and I put it like this, I don't really know that that's going to be the solution. But also because you'd have to have a break for where the actual door latch is. But I'm just going to see if I think I could wedge this in here without sticking it to the thing. Okay. So, actually, yeah, that does. So we're gonna run our test again. Yeah, this is my stepdad was working out there and talking to people on the video chat for his job and on the phone. Dad was working out there and talking to people on the video chat for his job and on the phone. You guys got some decorators that would like to make this years ago and we can do this thing and this and that and make this work. Yeah, and I hope that's a really, really good idea. Okay, yeah, thanks for your input. We'll work on that. This is really sad. Thankfully though, not including this other stuff, which will have to be up in some form, period, for the good soundproofing and stuff. It's not as good as I was expecting. Let's turn my fan back on. But, I mean, I only paid $10 for this door. And it's about like 14, 17 something for the weather stripping, some of it, not together, like that's the price for one of them, I forget which one. So, man, if only I had the non-solid door up here, so I could, like, not to screw it onto the thing, but so I could, like, be like, can you guys hear me? And then put the other door in between the camera and... So it's a start. I like the color of the door, although this will be covered. So now it makes me wonder how well the actual soundproofing, like the soundproofing stuff, the door kit from AeroZoom will work, that I'm thinking that I'm probably going to get. Or even the door soundproofing blanket stuff, which my aunt has some of that. I don't know if she's installed it yet. It's also really heavy, but I was thinking if I could borrow a piece of that and test that, but it's really heavy. She might say yes, but the logistics of getting the piece of that super extremely heavy soundproofing blanket over here is not gonna be very, probably not very feasible, I think. Let's lower you guys down to about looking at me and come to a conclusion on this stream here. Let's pull up. I need to go disconnect the speaker again. Now, okay. Am I looking at me? Am I good? Give it a moment to update, oh wait, no, I'm not playing, so never mind, that doesn't help. Hit play, actually. There we go, so I'm looking pretty good here. So, thoughts. Well, it's not as good as I thought. This makes me wonder how good the other soundproofing systems are. Because the walls are actually really good. They have like insulation in them, and they're pretty well soundproofed. I have a little bit of hope inside of me for... Yeah, I have a little hope inside of me for having soundproof stuff on the inside as well as the outside. So like do the double-sided door kit and then have Yeah, the outside would be white, the inside would be red, but the AeroZoom door soundproofing kit is $150. Actually, if I'm doing double-sided, it's $250. Now, I might be able to get the stuff cheaper if I buy just the polyester panels separately than the soundproofing kit, but it does come with adhesive for it, so I don't know. I'll have to check with AeroZoom and be like, hey, would it be cheaper? Could I like do this without buying your kit and just buy the polyester acoustic panels? Let's just see, polyester acoustic panels. Polyester acoustic panels. It caught my let's just see, and it was like, hey, did you put Sissy first? You got AST. Okay, so here's some polyester. We got black, white, gray, camo, and water gray. Interesting. Small is $25.99. Large is $97.99. Getting up to that price, it's like, no, I can't afford that right now. Now, the other thing too is I have I've been dealing with sounds coming from outside rooms inside mine for a while, especially when I'm streaming. I do have a microphone that's pretty directional. My desk is going to be directly behind me, and the mic's going to be pointing about towards you guys, and it should not pick up a lot of the noise coming out of there if I have it set right. That should be easy, but I do want soundproofing for me, so that I don't have to hear this stuff, and so that my noise doesn't go out and bother anybody else out there, especially when I'm listening to things on speakers. So 16 by 12 by 5. It's a 6-pack deluxe. It's a Troy Studio acoustic panel. Thick soundproofing and sound absorbing. Sealing acoustic treatment felt. This is felt. Question though, is this actually sound blocking? Stops echoes, control reverb, reduce noise. Has an NRC of 0.87, whatever that means. Eco-friendly, easy to cut, flame resistant. So maybe it does reduce some, but I wonder how good it works compared to the actual polyester stuff that I'm looking at by AeroZoom. Because sound deadening versus sound absorbing is different. The egg carton foam, this stuff, sound absorbing, not sound deadening. Absorbing means it will help get rid of echoes, which there is a decent amount of echo in here right now. Oh, here we go. Dense polyester soundproofing acoustic panels. These are polyester. They're Amazon. $34.95. Let's look at these ones. Okay. Let's actually close. See if I can properly get this link to open. Nope, it's just showing gray Amazon shopping at the top. Heck. Nope. Polyester soundproofing panels. Let's reload my Google thing. Okay, please open. Nope. Oh, there we go. It opened this time. Wow. Oh, they've got a myriad of colors. They have red. Yes, red is what I want. These are $34.99. Now, AeroZoom does have a sample piece you can get for like 99 cents. I might buy that, because then that can be a little test, you know, like if I were to plug this here, because plugging it with my finger is pretty good. I wonder what the density of my finger is and how I wonder how soundproof the human body is. But then, you know, I can hold the other piece up against this ear pretty tight and see about that. and that'll give me some estimates. Because I want the most soundproofing thing ever, but it's probably going to be the door kit because the door kit doesn't. What's the word? The door kit. Yeah, the door kit looks nicer than the blanket, is what I'm trying to say. Dense polyester soundproofing acoustic panels designed for sound absorption. Great for noise treatment in the studio. So if they say sound absorption, they don't say sound blocking. But they are polyester, and AeroZoom says it's good for actually blocking sounds from doors. Like the sound coming in through the door. How much space is this? This is a 6 tiles per pack, but how big are these tiles? They don't look too big in this one photo right here. So these are 12 by 12 by 3. So 12 by 12. Where's our tape measure? And inches. Oh wait. That's the package dimensions. I hate when it will have like product information and package dimensions, but package dimensions, is that the product dimensions or is that the dimensions of the box that's going to come in the mail? These are an NRC 0.35 with an exclamation mark. I think, what does NRC mean? Near Regulatory Commission. NRC sound rating. A NRC is an average rating of how much sound an acoustic product can absorb. How much quieter a product can make your space. Like a sponge absorbs water, an acoustic product absorbs sound, and NRC tells us just how much sound these products can soak up. NRC is measured on a scale that ranges from 0 to 1. So it's noise reduction coefficient. So, NRC rating calculated by taking the arithmetic averages of a material's sound absorption coefficients at 250, 500, 1000, and 2000 hertz, and then rounding it to the nearest 0.05. NRC 101. What I want to know is smaller or bigger is better. I would hope bigger is better. Materials which are NRC ratings higher than 1.0, which can be confusing. This doesn't mean that the material can absorb more sound than that arriving at the material. Instead, it's an issue with the testing standards used to determine the NRC. What is a good NRC rating? Well, it's not as easy as saying the higher NRC rating, the better. It also matters how much of that material is present. For example, carpets have a relatively low NRC rating of 0.5 to 0.3. Sorry, 0.15. So it looks like, and with NRC ratings above 0.7, noisy rooms may require higher. So bigger is technically more dampening and better. And I need to go back to that Amazon product here. We are almost done, guys. Let me just check no comments. NRC ratings. These have a 0.35 noise reduction coefficient. Commercial grade results conveniently packaged for home office use. Sound assured polyester acoustic panels upgrade, blah blah blah. Density, recyclable. Oh, here we go. So 11.8 inches on one side by 11.8 inches on the other, so just under 12. Alright, so let's measure out. So these are, they're about this wide, and there's 6 of them. Let's measure for the door. Because, you know, also, if well, this is a whole set for like 30 bucks. That's a bit expensive. Well, it's expensive for what I'm thinking, which is if I got a sample of this and I had the 99-cent sample of the Aero Zoom and I compared the two. Ooh, actually, I realized I could return this to Amazon if the Aero Zoom proved to be better and I would want to get it sooner. I just don't really know what to do, and I wish I had like a soundproofing expert engineer, someone who could say this, get this. Anyway, so let's just do some measuring. So here's 6 of them, right? So that's about 1, 2. It's almost 3 wide. Wow, so if it's about 3 wide, so that's 3, and how? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 deep. I'm beginning to see why the Aero Zoom kit is expensive, because... So wait, so it's 3 across, so that's 1... So if it's 5 of them deep, 1 kit... So wait, 5.5. So 1 kit is 2 deep, 2 kits is 4 deep. So wait, 1 kit is 2 deep, 2 kits is 4 deep, 3 kits is 5.5 deep. So quick math, 34.95 times, we said 4 because it's 1 kit. Wait, 1 is 2, 2 is 4, 3 is 5.5, so we're at $104.85. At that price, I might as well just go with the Aero Zoom product. Anyways, polyester soundproofing panels Aero Zoom. The $25.99 one though, what is that? That was like 16, like by 12. So if it's by 12, you still need 3 wide, but 16. Let's just quickly check this, and then I'll scroll down the Amazon, click on that link for the Aero Zoom actual panels and see what they come in at price-wise. So 16 is going to be 1, that's 2, 3, 4.5. So we're talking... How many panels are in that kit? It's also gray too, and I don't want gray. I'm going to shy away from buying gray because I'll have to replace it eventually. Although it could, even though it's not white, actually I could get this in white, and then this could be the one that I put on the other side. There's also mass-loaded vinyl rubber, but that stuff's crazy expensive. So we said 4 deep instead of 5. And 3 wide. And that's the small kit, because large is $97.99. Maybe large would be what it would take to fill a door anyways. How many pieces, please? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's other. 16 by 12 by 5 pack of 6. Covering 7.7 square feet. So actually, that's a pack of 6. So at 3 wide. It's still running into the same issue though. So, so 2. So that would actually just need just a little over. So I would need like just 3. Again, that's obviously a little cheaper than the other one, but let's go back to our Google results. No. I hate it when you go back to Google results and it like is like wanting you to dictate again. Polyester soundproofing panels by AeroZoom. Polyester sound deadening fiber panel. They list this correctly. So there's a 99-cent one-piece sample. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take that. They claim it's free, but it's 99 cents plus free shipping. So I wouldn't call that free. But that still is pretty cheap though. So what are we looking at here? This is their category. We have... These are $59.99. They don't seem to have a solid color. Although if there's enough, what I could do is I could get this red and white checkered one and put the white ones on the outside. How much space is this? You do save if you buy, like if I bought 10 or more, it'd be $50.99 versus the 3 or more is $56.99. But I'm only buying one most likely. 100-day returns, 100-day product warranty. So brand new, made by imported high quality polyester. So these are a 30 by 30 piece. So that's centimeters, so 11.8 inches by 11.8. So these are about the same as the other ones that I was looking at. I wonder if the other ones are made the same. I want to go with the quality stuff just to make sure I'm getting good stuff. 11.8 by 11.8. $24 to 48 hours for foam to restore. It's normal size. Blah blah blah. That's a different. That's a warrant note for like the egg carton foam I showed you guys a bit earlier. So to wrap this up, I'm going to figure out how much I would need of this. So these are 11.8 by 11.8, so about 12. How many pieces in them, though? It's a bundle. So we can get 16, 32, or 64. So this is the 16. I'm probably going to need more than 16 pieces, but let's figure out just the square footage. We'll try that math. I'm not great with math. Okay, so 16. So 11.8 square footage, right? So we got 11.8 how do I figure this out? Times how to calculate square footage. Measure the length and width in feet of each room. Then multiply the length by the width. So if the bedroom is 12 feet by 20 feet, it is 240. So 12 times 20. So we need to do 11.8 That would be times 2, wouldn't it? Gets me 139. That doesn't sound right, though. But that's... Wait, that's inches, though. How to calculate square inches. So yeah, multiply length by width. So our length by width equals 139.24 square inches. And then we multiply that by 16 equals 2,227.84 square inches. What is the square inches of our door? That is 36 by, and I'm going to measure one side of the door is longer than the other because of the slant. I'm going to measure the longer side. So we are looking here at about 80. So let's show you guys my calculator here. So with the small kit, the $50 one, 2,227.84. So we have that number. So let's do 36 times 80. 2,880 versus, so it would need more, but not quite. So what if so that's the 16 kit. 32 is how much? 32 is 109, and I think 32 is what the door kit... Oh, actually, how many pieces does the door kit give you? So this is $109.99. AeroZoom door soundproofing kit. Let's open up their kit. This should tell me how many acoustic panels. This is like $150. Hi. Does it say? Well, I'm almost done here. So, wow, this is only 20 pieces versus 36 pieces. So, yeah, but this is the single-sided. Double-sided is 40, so... AeroZoom soundproofing polyester panels. Here's our black and red design. So that's a 32. So that is not quite enough for both sides, but it's enough for one and then a little bit. And we're talking, this is again the $109. So this is a little bit cheaper than the door kit. The door kit comes with some extras, including mounting tape. I might get this over the door kit. We'll have to see. Anyways, that's been it for this long stream. That gave some insight and showed that we didn't really completely soundproof as much as I would like. But I'll probably go and order the sample piece and mess around with that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in whatever's next.